Do you currently have a list of warm or hot prospects in your real estate business that you're really trying to persuade into becoming your clients? Look, if this laundry list of prospects that you're sending your follow-ups to, and by the way, I say follow-ups very loosely because typically those follow-ups that you're probably sending out look like, hey, just checking in, or hey, how's it going? Or are you really ready yet? Or anything like that. Let's be honest, that's not really a follow-up, and that's also probably the reason why you're being ghosted. Well, it's frustrating. Yes, I know, and I know because I've been there. I've been in your shoes. I know what's going on. But today you're in for a little bit of a treat because I want to be able to really provide you with a bit of a tactic to get those people that are on the fence to really working with you up and over the fence to truly becoming a client. And I'm going to break it down. It's a very simple tactic and it's called scarcity. So let's go. What is up, guys? Emmanuel here, founder and brand strategist over at Square One Group, where our mission is really to help you identify your expertise and help you scale your real estate business. I know I've been gone for a little bit, but we're back again. Now, before I get into the good, juicy stuff, you guys know the deal. Make sure you click that like button, the subscribe button, and that bell icon. Show YouTube some love so they can continue to show us some love in return and continue to support our channel. Thank you so much in advance. Now, the reason I bring up this topic is simply because many of you have really some leads that you're nurturing or you're really trying to nurture, and you're having a very hard time getting them to take action. Well, without a proper strategy in place to really help them get unstuck, you're gonna end up going through this downward, endless cycle of follow-ups to really the internet ether where you're not going to be able to get what you want, which is essentially a solid yes or a no. By the way, quick side note pro tip here. If you are following up and they are not responding, do not give up. I repeat, do not give up. Look, if you don't get a solid no out of them, then there is still opportunity there. You just need to find a way to unlock it. And this little tactic here, the one I'm about to break down for you today, is potentially one of the tools, one of the strategies that you can use. Now, before I get into this very specific strategy, I have to have some real talk with you. I have to have some truth talk with you. You, my friends, are essentially limited by your capacity. Look, if no one has told you this yet, then please allow me to be the first. The truth of the matter is, if 100 clients or even 10 clients came crashing through your door tomorrow, or maybe by the end of this week, sure, it would be great. You'd be super excited, but the reality is your business would break. Now think about this for a second. Think about how much time you need to allocate per client to make sure that you provide the best quality of service. Is it 5 hours a week? Is it 10 hours a week? Hey, heck, if they are super high touch, it might even be 20 hours a week. But real quick, let's do the math here so we can visually break it down. Let me hop over to my iPad. All right, let's say that you have a 40-hour work week. And let's also say that each one of your clients takes up pretty much about 10 hours of your time. And that includes commuting, the phone calls, pretty much everything. Let's say it's around about 10 hours of your time. All right, now let's say that you're juggling 2 clients per week. And that actually, if you really look at the big picture of things, that's actually, we're gonna put 2 clients here. That really equates to 20 hours. Then let's also include the time it really takes for you to market yourself. Like, you need to be creating some content. So let's say that that's maybe another, we'll put marketing here, and that's equal to, let's say, 5 hours a week, all right? And maybe, in your particular case, maybe it's like a Monday, Tuesday, and you're gonna do like 3 hours or 2 hours, or maybe a Thursday and Friday, and you're gonna do maybe like 2.5 hours each day, but it's really up to you. But, we're spitballing here, high level numbers. Let's say that you spend about 5 hours a week really marketing yourself. Then let's say that you have other miscellaneous activities like, let's call it ops or various operational tasks. And let's say that's another 5 hours a week. By the way, when I say ops, that could mean things like meetings or trainings or maybe travel time to and from the office, all that kind of stuff. And then we obviously need to allocate time for prospecting, really for new clients. And let's say that takes up, really the remainder of your 40-hour week. So it's 10 hours, which really equates to 2 hours a day. Now, essentially, if you do the math, 20 plus 5 equals 30 plus another 10, that puts you at 40 hours. Keep in mind here, I'm using very, very simple numbers, but it's mainly to prove a point. Alrighty, now let me break your business for you real quick. Let's say that we add one more client. Let's say that instead of 2 clients, we're gonna turn that into 3, which then turns this into 30. That puts you at essentially 40 plus, or in this case, if we're doing the math right, 50 hours a week. Now, you and I both know that you do not want to be working late. into the night or really have to work weekends if you don't really want to. Which then begs the question, how the heck are you going to find the capacity to bring on another client? Really, where are you gonna find the time? Look, the point here is you need to be realistic with how many clients you can take on at any given time. Now, based on this very, very simple example, it looks like I can only handle 2 clients. Anything beyond that would force me to give up a constraint. All right, and a constraint can be a number of things. It could be spending time with family or your kids or enjoying your weekends or going out on dates or being social or maybe a vacation, but that is a constraint and you do not or should not give that up. The point here is you cannot make up time, you can only trade it for another activity. And really the main caveat to that is to really build out systems. And if you build out a scalable system and install it into your business, then you'll be able to add capacity without having to give up time. Quick side note, if you're interested in that whole part of the conversation, I highly recommend right under this video, there's a link to schedule a strategy session with either myself or someone on my team, and we can really dissect your business and see if we can help you out, really help you scale. Now, with all this being said, let's use this capacity issue as an actual tool in our tool belt to really help move some of the prospects in your pipeline that are stuck. You see, if your capacity is limited, you've actually created a supply and demand issue. You have inevitably created social proof to show that what you're doing is valuable. And that's why you are limited by your capacity to help any and everyone. And this limited capacity, it's really just called scarcity. And we're gonna use this scarcity to our advantage. If you can help, let's say 2 people at a time, then the limit of your capacity is really just 2 people. Look, you are not forfeiting your quality and value, and you should not be misleading your prospects. The truth of the matter is you can only work with X amount of clients, or maybe in this case 2 clients, to really maintain your quality of service. So here, my friends, is the tactic, and you need to let your sphere know this, all right? Send out a marketing message, let the people know, advise them that you can only help 2 people at a time or X amount of people at a time. And when a new spot opens up, we would love for them to take that opportunity. The people that are on the fence, let them know that you have a very high standard and quality that you provide all of your clients. And that is why you can only take X amount of clients at a time. And all of the clients that you work with are extremely happy with your results. And really just ask those leads, those prospects, do you want to be one of those clients? Look, some real talk here. Now, for the longest time, we actually capped ourselves. I capped my company and my team for new client acquisition to really just 1 client a week, because I knew that if we increased our capacity without a solid system in place, then our quality of service would diminish. I mean, since then, obviously, like, we've increased slightly, but we still also, just throwing it out there, we limit the amount of people that we bring on because we want to make sure that everyone has an amazing experience and really gets the results that they're looking for. And the same exact logic should really be applied for your business. So really, if the opportunity to take on 5 clients at a time really bears itself, but you know for a fact that you can only handle 2, then be honest with yourself and only work on those 2 clients. Create some pent-up demand, because if you go beyond your capacity, all that's going to end up happening, take it from experience, having gone through this myself, it's just you being greedy, my friends, and you're just going to end up with 5 unhappy clients instead of 2 very happy ones. Alrighty, that said, if you want more awesome strategies and tactics just like this one, then I highly recommend that you join our free Facebook community. It's a Facebook group. I'm leaving the link in the description below as well. It's completely free, and we talk all things really strategy, digital marketing, websites, all that fun jazz. And we're talking about it pretty much on a daily basis as opposed to, weekly or semi-weekly or every other week, here on the YouTube channel. So highly recommend you join the group, link down in the description below. That said, if you really, really enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you check out this one right here. That's about it for today. Have a great day, everybody. Later.